Okay, now we're going to look at the house of other people, house 7. The big picture will be explained once we look at house 7, because house 7 is always the house of, quote, other people involved. So we can try to determine, are there perpetrators? Is there unfair play involved? You always want to start with the cusps of house 7. And there was actually no planets on the cusps in this chart. However, there were 2 planets in the house of 7, and house 7 was a split duplex. One side is owned by Aries and the other side is owned by Taurus. But the 2 planets that were involved in house 7 were Mars and Uranus, and they were only sitting in the duplex side that was owned by Taurus. What does Mars mean? Okay, Mars is masculine, power, drive, force, focus, aggression. Mars is showing that the other people that were involved, affiliated or associated with the boys missing, have their focus on something strongly, and it's weighing very heavily on their life right now. Uranus means unpredictability, and sometimes it can indicate evil acts. So I'm going to say that the answer is yes, there were perpetrators likely involved. Or at the least, the other people involved may have had an organized plan to complete some sort of mission that required illegal backdoor routes, lies, or maybe at least white lies, to cover up what they felt needed to be accomplished for the better of either themselves or for even maybe the better of the kids long term, which maybe they felt could not be accomplished by following the rules of, let's say, the law. Taurus, give us the verdict. The way that we're going to find out anything here is trying to see who rules Taurus. Well, Taurus is actually ruled by the planet Venus, the planet of love. And we also, as we said before, Venus is also what represented the boys. So this takes us back to where we started in house 3. And again, we got this, Venus is once again owned by Capricorn, which is exactly where the Horary spirit is telling us that the kids were placed, or where they are actually now. And they were connected, of course, with the other people involved. The signifier of the boy's path in Venus in this chart, and also its signifier's path of other people, are the same. So at one point, the other people were together and involved with the kids' hidden placement, this current unknown location of where they are. But with a positive hope, it's also possible that a female influence is still with them, providing maternal love energy, in which maybe the boys are playing and near a female, and female decor, female fabrics and materials. The verdict is that Venus of love, maternal energy, represents both the missing kids and the involvement of other people. Taurus location examples, according to William Lilly, are low rooms, cellars, basements, places near the earth, close to the ground, agricultural outhouses, sheds, and stables. According to Lilly, Capricorn indicator locations are low, dark places near thresholds and boundaries, cow sheds, wood storages, and barren fields. And according to Lilly, Venus location indicators are playrooms, places of enjoyment, imagining where there's toys and fun things for kids, clothes, wardrobes, beds, draperies, and near women's things. Also, once again, the word fountain is being brought up, and again, my interpretation of fountain could mean not an ocean and not a swimming pool, not with a large body of water, but just decorative water, such as maybe a bird bath, or maybe like a man-made lake with a little bridge for taking your photograph at like a park or something like that, just decorative purposes and not a heavy body of water. All right, and So the words that come to mind are shed and ground, and any kind of earth sign is something that's well hidden, and that could be of high concern. This may mean that, the dad could be a perpetrator, since Mars is a masculine energy and he is connected to the boys by way of Capricorn. Or it could even just be describing or pointing out like his innocence, since both the adoptive mom and the adoptive dad were only ruled by House 4, where they reside. And they're not in the same place as the kids, but because the boys were ruled by House 3 of not too far away, short distances. Quote, other people associated with this case could be driven by aggression, or it could simply mean that they had a passion to accomplish something, and their focus was all on something, and they had a drive to succeed at some sort of mission. Uranus means unpredictable or like unexpected, but it could also attribute to sneaky or shadiness. Let's say that the other people involved could not achieve what they needed for the boys in a conventional manner due to, let's say, unfair rules of the government, as an example. The other people that are connected with Taurus we need to maybe look at Taurus by rules of Venus, because Venus also represents feminine energy, but it is also a very dry planet. A fact checked. I later learned in the news that the FBI dug up many spots in the dirt in their backyard, but they didn't find anything. In my words, that's because the FBI needs to dig low-level hidden grounds and dirt in surrounding areas, but not on the actual property of the West home. Horary is telling us to look not too far away from there, but in places where kids like to play. They should be looking for decorative water of some kind, not an actual water fountain necessarily, but maybe where water drips lightly, such as maybe like a man-made lake or stream at a park. And also look for clues such as items like clothes or bed items and fabrics, maybe garbage or dumpsters that have like leftover feminine products, or colors that belong to females, old clothes or something. I think that's some of the clues that Horary wants us to know. If I was to piece it together, the undesirable outcome is that they will be found in a local park with particles of water, dirt, ditches, hidden areas around fabric waste that describe these items is where the FBI should do a search. But if I was to consider a desirable outcome, the boys might think that they're just like on a temporary vacation in the care of a fun, motherly family female friend who has like lots of toys, and they're just away from home for a little while because maybe the parents had to fib to them and say, we'll be back soon, we have to go do something, but for right now you're just going to stay with Auntie so-and-so, that sort of thing.